Back in the 1830s, back before they built the Transcontinental Railroad, the only way to get out to the states of California and out west was to go along what became known as the Oregon Trail. And most people start out about Independence, Missouri, and it's about 2,000 miles, and most of the people walked all the way out there. So to me, it's one of the great stories of America, and I was inspired by reading some of the diaries of some of the people who went out there. It's called the Plains of Avalon. Well, I thought we'd never make it out of Independence, and I guess I'll never see that town again. After beg, borrow, and steal, I put my life on a wagon wheel, trying to find something real way out west. Well, my brother owned a dry goods store in Boston, but I never felt at home there, I don't know why. All it took was an offer of land, I didn't have much of a plan. Decided to take my stand way out west. And I still sing them songs of the country where my granddaddy dreamed of a life. And I'll never stop till I reach the sea. Rest my head on the plains of Avalon. Well, we didn't have much trouble from the Pawnee, but the fevers brought us vultures and tears. Walking past the bleaching bones and the axle breaking holes, only a bit of whiskey to calm my fears. And I still sing the songs of the country where my granddaddy dreamed of a life. And I'll never stop till I reach the sea. Rest my head on the plains of Avalon. I remember when Lizzie Markham wouldn't go farther, and her Jonathan, husband Jonathan, said they couldn't turn back. So before he could turn around, she burned their wagon down, and the children stood and watched the sky turn black. But I still sing the songs of the country where my granddaddy dreamed of a life, and I'll never stop till I reach the sea. I'll rest my head on the plains of Avalon. Well, it's 2,000 miles to walk the distance, with a dozen pair of shoes worn and tossed, ever mindful of the sun, knowing we could be undone if we didn't beat the coming winter's frost. And I still sing the songs of the country where my granddaddy dreamed of a life, and I'll never stop till I reach the sea. rest my head on the plains of Avalon. Thank you all. This next song I wanted to do is a song I wrote when I was down on St. George's Island, down around Apalachicola Bay. Several years ago, back down where the fresh water comes in from the rivers in North Georgia and in Alabama and blends in with the salt water. And back down there, and I didn't realize that the Chattahoochee runs all the way down there. I thought that was pretty amazing and was aware of how much what we do up here affects the oyster bays all down there. So back then, I was more concerned about what we were doing up here affecting down there and about the rivers than I was about things coming in from the sea. So anyway, this is a love song. It's called Apalachicola Bay. Norman was a shrimper down in Apalachicola back before the cotton mill shut down. Says that he'd be through. He had something else to do way down here in Apalachicola Bay. Shrimp boats stay out longer, say the shrimp are smaller. Someday they may not go out at all. And only Norman knows he's got nowhere else to go way down here in Apalachicola Bay. Where the water still looks as green as the grass, but there's trouble coming down the stream. And the oysters can't say why they're fewer every day, waiting in that estuary of green. Runoff from Atlanta heads to the savannas as watchful eyes look the other way. And Norman knows too well that only time will tell what happens here in Apalachicola Bay. Where the water still looks as green as the grass, and there's magic still in the air. And if the sea isn't gray by the time they put me away, won't you see that they put me away down there? No more oysters, Rockefeller, no more jumbo shrimp on ice. Wouldn't it be sad if someone had to make a sacrifice someday? Way down here in Apalachicola Bay, where the water still looks as green as the grass, there's magic still in the air. And if the sea isn't gray by the time they put me away, won't you see that they put me away down there? Doesn't anybody see that the Chattahoochee runs all the way to Apalachicola Bay?